As students graduate from high school, they enter college in order to get a second diploma. Many of these high school graduates do not understand the responsibilities and financial help they will require to obtain their dreams. The main goal of any college student is to receive their diploma and graduate with honors. So how long has it been since you received your college diploma?
It has been 3 years, almost 4 years now since I graduated and received my diploma. I graduated in May of 2014.
Almost 2 years ago.
So how did these college students pay for their school?
So if paying for college is going to fall on your shoulders, the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid is the best place to turn for assistance. I bet you didn't know that we're the largest provider of grants, loans, and work-study funds, all of which are easy to apply for. And when it is time to apply for aid, head to your favorite spot to complete the free application for Federal Student Aid, or FAFSA. Each October, a new FAFSA is available for the next school year, and completing it is free when you go to the official website, fafsa.gov.
And now the question is financial aid available to everyone?
Yes, I received financial aid help throughout my entire time in college. My household income wasn't much since my mom was unemployed. I was unemployed at the time myself, and my father didn't make enough money to pay for my college expenses.
Yes, I applied for loans every year.
I did have some financial aid.
Now the most important question is, the grants that are available to college students, are they enough to cover all of the educational expenses?
No, grants alone were not enough to pay for my education expenses, which included tuition, books, gasoline to get to and from school. Grants were not enough. Eventually, I had to get student loans.
I didn't receive a grant, but I received a scholarship that covered my tuition for 1 year, but it didn't cover fees.
It did cover some expenses, but I had to pay some out of my pocket.
Sometimes when grants aren't enough, college students tend to apply for loans.
Yes, I did have to apply for loans because sometimes the grants weren't even enough to pay for my entire tuition. Aside from that, there was still books I needed to purchase. Books are really expensive. At the same time, at the end of the semester, I would sell my books back to the bookstore, and I wouldn't even get not even 15% of what I paid for the textbooks. So yes, I did have to apply for loans eventually.
Yes, I did.
For student loans, there are two types, subsidized and unsubsidized. It is interesting to view which one of the two, or if both, college students would rather apply for.
I had to apply for both subsidized and unsubsidized loans because the subsidized loans alone were not enough. I didn't really want to get an unsubsidized loan because the interest starts accumulating once you get the loan, and I knew that would affect me in the long run. We didn't want to get too much into debt. At this point, yes, I am still in debt. I actually just recently applied to a loan forgiveness program since I work for a nonprofit organization. But I am very much in debt, which has actually affected me because I wanted to go back to school to get my master's degree, but I don't want to get into more debt.
According to a 2014 survey by Career Builder, 51% of college graduates are in jobs that don't actually require college degrees. So we asked former students, are they in the career or job that they desired when they started college?
When I started college, I was undecided as far as what I wanted my major to be. So I kept switching majors back and forth. But I am currently working in the field that I went to college for. but it is not the ultimate goal or the career that I ultimately desired. I just had to choose. While I was in college, I had to choose a major because financial aid only covers a certain amount of credit hours. And I kept switching majors, and eventually I just had to pick one and go with it. But I do want to go back and get my master's degree to ultimately do what I really want to do.
So to conclude this documentary, we chose this topic because we want to focus on raising awareness for college students and the struggles that most people ignore. Society ignores this because going to college has always been engraved into our heads as a must-do thing, meaning we must do whatever it takes to get our college education, even if it means drowning in loans and debt. But it should not be like this anymore, and it should be easy to get an education for the better of our society. Thank you.